Heyo, it's OMNIDOG here for Organic Priced Books. Right there. And you can use my code, $2 off, with code OMNIDOG, or 5% off shipping 3 or more books together with code OMNIDOG Ship It Together. That's right, and Organic Priced Books has these fantastic books in stock as we speak. Freak Angels by Warren Ellis. Now, this is something that the Minister of Comics, my partner on Batter Days in the Batcave, and I read within a short period of time with each other. We texted each other about it, and we decided this is one of our favorite Warren Ellis books. It's about the only description you get on every book is there's 6 volumes, and they're in print. They're in stock at Organic Price Books. Freak Angels. 23 years ago, 12 strange children were born in England at exactly the same moment. 6 years ago, the world ended. This is the story of what happened next. So when we first meet some of them, there's 12 of them. One of them has been ostracized out of the compound. We find that they are in England somewhere, and the place has been flooded. Like the world, or England, at least Europe, has been flooded dramatically, disastrously, catastrophically. And the 11 freak angels who caused it to happen accidentally have set up in a neighborhood and defended it and try to defend all the people that are living there. They have no contact with any other countries. They have a lookout set up so that they can see out into the world and see if anybody's coming to invade them. They all have, the 12 kids, they're now, I think, in their 20s. They all have incredible psychic abilities. They each have a specialty. She's like an engineer par excellence. Some of them are able to memory wipe people. Some are able to read minds. They all have these amazing powers, and you start off wondering what happened. How did it happen? Why did it happen? What caused the world to flood, their world to flood, and what are they trying to do to correct it? And this shows tremendous character growth on all. It's hard. I think it's hard to do to get 12 different people. Now, obviously, not all of them get the same amount of focus. The ostracized freak angel gets the least amount of focus because they booted him out. They all try to work together, and one of the rules is they will not use their powers to manipulate others. And there is a freak angel amongst them that regularly uses his power to sexually abuse women, and they repeatedly the other freak angels repeatedly punish him for it. And well, I don't want to I don't want to ruin it, but the ultimate punishment doesn't seem to stick. That's later in the book. So you've got the central conceit is they're being invaded in this small town that's surrounded by water. They're being invaded, and it turns out the ostracized freak angel is behind it. And in these 6 books, Warren Ellis does a great job of backtracking and showing what they were like as teenagers, how they banded together, and eventually what they did to cause sort of the end of their world. And it is remarkable. It is amazing. Now, this girl is not a freak angel. She comes into the compound with the idea that she's going to kill the freak angels because the ostracized freak angel has planted that in her brain. They fix her up mentally and she becomes like an honorary freak angel and wants to help them. But the ostracized freak angel is still trying to take over their spot and wants to control them. And it's a very, very interesting story about not only do the characters grow, it's about their power sets, how interesting and different they are, how they can band together, how they and make themselves even more powerful, how one woman in the group, through a process best described as meditation, has sort of evolved even beyond them and can see the future and levitate and things like that. It's really remarkable. So this is science fiction at its finest. I just cannot get over how great Freak Angels is. The story builds and builds and builds, and it really moves quickly. Now, this freak angel fancies herself as something of a lawman, and she's in charge of making sure that peace is kept within our compound. This is the ostracized freak angel. So it's really remarkable. It's really amazing. I found it fascinating. I found it at least on par, and this is a big statement, I found it at least on par with Planetary and The Authority, just in different ways, especially because Warren Ellis' specialty, I think, is creating universes with really remarkable, interesting science fiction concepts that normal people like me, a dog, would just not think of. And it is just genuinely fun to read Freak Angels. So if these books are available, all 6 of them, I got these as part of a box set, which is out of print now, but it doesn't matter. All it is a box. You can get all 6 of these at Organic Priced Books. These are in my top 10 for books of the year. It's a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. If you want to see a more complete review, come to OMNIDOG's Vault on YouTube, and you will get an even more complete review as I wax poetic about how great Freak Angels by Warren Ellis is. And it's published by Avatar with art by Paul Duffield. And it is really great. So peace and love, peace and love. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on my channel, OMNIDOG's Vault, where you will get an even more in-depth review of Freak Angels. Peace and love.